I'm going to show you the best way to install a Xerox printer on a Windows desktop. There are many ways to connect to a Xerox printer, but this method will give you access to the full range of Xerox features and functions. Go to Xerox.com, point to Customer Support, and click on All Support and Drivers. In the search field, type the word Global. This will give you access to the latest driver that is compatible with all Xerox systems. So select Drivers and Downloads, Global Print Driver, and you'll see a PCL6 driver and a PostScript driver. I prefer the PostScript driver for image quality, but they both work well. You'll notice it says V3. There is also a V4 version, but it requires the installation of a separate printing application, so I don't prefer to use that. Download the driver. Don't forget to unzip it, and then you're going to go to Control Panel. So we unzip the file that we just downloaded, and then we're going to go to Control Panel. So you need to know the IPv4 address of your printer. This is the best way to connect to the printer. The most reliable printing will occur if you use the IPv4 address. So in the Control Panel, Devices and Printers, click Add a Printer, and then click the printer that I want isn't listed. If you select one of the printers that is discovered automatically, you're probably going to get a generic print driver with only basic features. Then click Add a Local Printer, and this is where you need to know the IPv4 address. You're going to click Create a New Port, choose Standard TCP/IP port, and click Next. Type in the IPv4 address, which will probably be different than the one I'm typing here. Make sure that this box, Query the Printer, is unchecked. Click Next. When you see the list of print drivers, you're going to click Have Disk. And then you will browse to the folder where you downloaded the driver, where you extracted the driver, which in this case was the Downloads folder, latest version here. Click the UNIV folder and then select the .inf file. Click OK. Click Next. I would replace the current driver so you always have the latest version if it gives that option. And then here you're going to type a name by which you will be able to identify the printer that you're printing to. So this is the name that will show up in your list of available printers. So after the printer is installed, you're going to want to set the default settings, because the Xerox print driver will automatically default to two-sided printing in color if it's a color system. Right-click on the newly added printer and select Printer Properties, not Properties, but Printer Properties. Click on Advanced. Click on Printing Defaults, and then change your one-sided to one or two-sided, and then change your color setting to what you prefer. Apply that, click OK, and then go to General and check in the printing preferences whether those settings have taken effect. Make sure they match, and you're done at this point, unless you have accounting. If you require an accounting code to access your system, click on the Configuration tab. If you're using a desktop that multiple people have access to, you may want to consider Disable Remember Last Entered Codes, because if that is enabled, that means that every person will be using the same code. You might want to also consider unmasking the code so that when you type it in, you can see what code you're typing. However, if you're using a desktop that is private, you can select, to disable the print time prompt, put in the code that you normally use and click OK. At this point, you're ready to print a test page, and what this does is it gives you the ability to print without having the pop-up and without remembering your code, because the driver will automatically be programmed to use your code. And you're done.